Last time on Bionic Perry.
You've recuperated nicely over the last week. I've got more good news. It seems as if we have a mole within the ranks of Mr. BB. Unfortunately, communications have stopped. Big business can program this thing to drill somewhere on the Earth, cause an earthquake, and then send it somewhere else. But this is an actual doomsday device. What I'm hearing is that we need to find this thing where it's going to be powered up. A Manitoba hydro facility. It hasn't been used in years. Agents, move in, secure the facility! Here we go! Back, look out! Bax, stay with me. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Come on. Stay with me. With all my Bionic Strength and Speed, it still wasn't fast enough to save me, Bax. I bring bad news. Benjamin Bancroft is free. What do you mean, big business is free? You just arrested him a few hours ago. I'll need your goons to do a favor for me, big business.
And Jimmy, did we finish the favor for Dr. Happy?
Are you sure about that, boss? I think...
Whatever Dr. Happy has planned for that is none of your concern.
All part of the plan for a triumphant return. Sorry I'm late. I've had my team double check some of these latest findings. So what do you have? Any word on big business or Dr. Happy? We've got teams of agents checking possible safe houses and combing the dark web for any transactions that may lead us to Benjamin Bancroft's location. However, what we have found leads more towards Dr. Happy's possible plans. It looks like a few $100 million being transferred and rerouted to a company called Happy Holdings? Oh, wow, he's not even trying to hide it, is he? What's more is that my team has now verified that the messages we received about Bancroft's plans for the Doomsday Drill came from those very same accounts. So you're saying that Dr. Happy was the mole that betrayed big business, and now he's stealing his money? It's beginning to look that way. Special Agent Jameson here.
Is Super Agent Bionic Perry with you?
He's with me now.
Tell him to get down to Forensics Lab 3 immediately. The body of Agent Baxter. It's gone!
Super Agent Bionic Perry! Agent Madison, what's going on? Who stole the body? No one. The body, it just dissolved. What are you talking about? What happened? I was just doing a routine forensic analysis when the body started to disintegrate. Within a matter of minutes, the entire body dissolved into the powdered remains you see before you. All samples have likewise dissolved. Hair, skin, blood, all of it. How? Was Baxter poisoned with something by Dr. Happy? Not at all. I've just double-checked the readings and ran some of the powdered remains through the mass spectrometer. It appears this body dissolved at the cellular level. I've also managed to isolate certain DNA strands which contain a biosymmetric degradation that was integral to this Baxter's DNA. Whoa. What do you mean, this Baxter? I don't believe this was Agent Baxter, Bionic Perry. I believe this is a clone with unstable DNA. When it was killed, after 24 hours, the cellular structure quickly degraded, reducing it to the powdered remains we have here. This is amazing! I know. The chemical and biological advancements and knowledge needed to create such a perfect simulacrum boggle the scientific mind. What? No, no, you fool! This means Baxter is alive!
Government employee Perry G, while doing routine aerial surveillance of Manitoba festivals, was shot down by one of the city's notorious super gangs. His life hanging by a thread, he made a deal with the Canadian government to be a guinea pig for the Bionics program. He became a super agent. Together with his friend and partner, Special Agent Baxter, he uses his unique skills and talents at the super secret agency to fight criminal organizations and super freaks. His code name, Bionic Perry.
Contact Jessica Pharmaceuticals and alert them that something might be in the air. I'll deal with these yahoos.
You got it. Okay, keep in touch and good luck. Sam, what is it?
Someone here to see you. They say it has to do with the filtration labs.
Oh, send them in. Send them in. Yes. Come in. Hello.
You don't look like you're here to talk about those filtration system plans.
Looks like we're all set, Tony. You, sit in the chair. Everything's all ready. The uniforms are on my desk, and the stretcher's in the adjoining office.
Nice going, kid. Lenny, grab the legs.
What was I doing again? Baxter here. Bax, it's me. Perry. Come in. Super Agent Bionic Perry, thanks for joining us. This is Agent Connor Easton of the Homeland Scam Investigation Unit. He's been helping my team with the clone investigation. So, have you figured out how long the clone was working here? We believe now that the switch occurred over a week ago, while you were engaged with the Death Threat gang over at Vince Chemicals. We now know through limited surveillance and interviews that 2 individuals were let into the building through the maintenance wing. With Sam the intern's help, they managed to bypass our regular security systems. Once they were inside, it was relatively easy for them to pose as visitors. Sam even had them on Agent Baxter's regular schedule. All footage from within the building has been scrubbed with what we believe was very sophisticated equipment. No doubt supplied by big business. We believe so, but what Sam was unaware of was Agent Jameson's new updated drone surveillance. Part of the new security measures that I brought in. They were highly classified, not even Agent Baxter was aware of them. So what did you find? 3 individuals entered and 3 left. We now know that 2 of them were henchmen working for big business, who we have now identified as Legbreaker Tony and Lenny the Knife. We believe the 3rd individual was Agent Baxter, both the clone and the real one. The real Agent Baxter was unconscious, however, when they left. How would they have gotten an unconscious Baxter out of the building? all planned. Once the henchmen entered Agent Baxter's office and subdued him, they changed into first responder uniforms. It was a simple matter then for them to cover Agent Baxter's face with an oxygen mask and hurry him out of the building on a stretcher. We have multiple reports confirming this scenario, with first responders whisking a patient through the building. Of course, everyone got out of the way and no one interfered, which means no one got a good look at Agent Baxter. We have drone surveillance, then picking them up outside, getting into an unmarked ambulance. Okay, that all makes sense, but you know what doesn't make sense? This Baxter clone. What do you mean? It was obviously planted here by big business to infiltrate the agency. Really? Well, what did he do? We are still evaluating what it did, and... He helped us. He helped me. If you're saying he was brought in here to harm the agency, then why didn't he? I assure you, we're looking into all of the possibilities. Listen to me. If Baxter was replaced by a clone in the timeline that you're suggesting, that means it was the clone who basically helped us track down big business. It was the clone who fixed me, who basically saved my life after my fight with the bull. It was the clone who basically helped me get through that fight. Without Baxter there, I don't know if I would have got through that one without him. But the number one question we need to ask ourselves, if the clone was working for big business, why did it shut down the Doomsday Drill? That was the huge project that big business had been planning for months. Yes, that doesn't seem to correlate with any theories at the moment. I think you're trying to make sense of something that's not meant to make sense. What do you mean? Look, there's only one individual who can make a clone that perfect. Dr. Happy. Well, we've already surmised that. But what you're not surmising is why. You think he did this for big business to infiltrate the agency, but that's way too simple, too normal for Dr. Happy. I think he brought in this clone to hurt me. But as you said, the clone helped you, and it was Dr. Happy who killed the clone. Exactly. Not hurt me physically, but mentally. Play on my emotions. I am devastated by the death of my friend. And now that there's a chance he may be alive, I don't know what to think. Except that big business obviously underestimated Dr. Happy and paid for that deceit, as we now know. You are perhaps the most experienced to understand the means and motives of Dr. Happy. But the immediate focus right now is tracking the location of the real Agent Baxter. He may be in great danger. That is why we must act quickly. So where are you with finding him? Agent Madison in forensics was able to salvage a small piece of technology out of the powdered remains of the clone, believed to have been embedded in the brain. Techs surmise that this is how Dr. Happy might have been able to keep tabs on the clone. Can the techs reverse engineer it as a possible way to track Dr. Happy? Agent Madison is attempting just that, but it's not looking too good with the serious degradation of the chip. Now we gotta find Dr. Happy through big business. But why would big business be working with Dr. Happy after everything that's happened? Because I guarantee that big business knows what we know about Dr. Happy's betrayal, and he's gonna go after Dr. Happy. You think Mr. BB is gonna let someone who betrayed him get away scot-free? Well, as I've mentioned, we still haven't found any clues as to Bancroft's location, and all of his henchmen have also gone underground. I think it's time to ask the Death Rat gang. But we know that the Death Rats are only contracted goons. They wouldn't know any of the intricacies of Bancroft's plans. I've got a hunch, that's all. And it's at least something that I can do instead of just standing around. I'll go check out some of the regular hangouts and I'll radio in if I find something. Are you sure you're ready for the field? I talked to the techs in the Bionic lab and you haven't checked in for your tune-up since your battle with Lydius Bulbous. I'm fine, I assure you. The upgrades and tune-up that Baxter, the clone of Baxter, performed have really helped. I'm in the best shape of my life. Okay then, I'll have my team on standby. And I'll coordinate from here, and I'll have agents ready to mobilize if needed. Good luck.
Let me just remove that, my friend. Oh, there we go. How are you feeling, my friend? Hungry? Thirsty? Can I get you a magazine? No? Oh, that's good. Well, you're probably feeling a little bit disoriented with the removal of the telepathic brainwave emulator. Well, there's no need for it anymore now with your twin dead. Sad days indeed, at least for Bionic Perry. Baxter, you really are the only one who would understand me. Us science nerds have to stick together, right? Now, you're probably asking yourself, from a purely professional point of view, how did I create the clone so fast? Oh, but dear Baxter, it was not so fast. That little project was a full year in the making. You see, I had your twin brewing in the background, and just before that bionic idiot nabbed me at the water filtration plant. I will admit that getting captured was not part of the original plan, but it became part of the perfect plan. As once I was captured, there was no need for Bionic Perry to keep poking in places he was not welcome. And so, Baxter Volume 2 continued to percolate in secret. I was planning on escaping Temperance Institute myself soon, but the interference of big business proved to be a wonderful boon. A simple matter then for me to use the rich idiot for my own plans. Have his goons transfer the stasis pod here, and then have them do the switch for me. Much easier and much less messy. You remember, don't you? A simple matter, then, to leak information to the agency and Baxter Part 2 to help them with their investigation of big business. Unfortunately, poor Professor Jenkins had to become the patsy. I'm sure he would understand. What's that? Why did big business trust me? Well, that's a very good question. Why on earth Bancroft thought I would help him reach such lofty heights is beyond me. I even put a failsafe in that stupid drill of his to blow up, just in case your clone failed to shut it down. Did Bancroft really think I cared about his plans, his own dealings, his own ride to power? Idiot! He was a means to an end for me. I assisted because it assisted me. He was my tool. He did it all oblivious. Or so I thought. Appears dear Benjamin had a trick or two up his sleeve, allowing him to escape incarceration. And now, no doubt, dear Baxter, he is on his way here to settle the score. No matter. We await his arrival. And then I shall end the reign of big business forever, take over his empire as the true heir to the throne. His fortune and power shall be mine.